Yo, what's up? This is comedian Shang, and you're listening to Savage AF. Stop playing. Get at it.
Savage?
As what?
We're savage.
As what?
Savage.
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 Savage?
Savage.
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 So in the building now we have, this is genuinely what you would call an influencer, guys.
Are you? Yes. Do you think you have a couple of followers?
Just by walking in the building, I feel influenced by this person here. It has changed my life. Listen, the other day I looked at her profile and there was only 1.9 million followers. Now there's 2 million solid followers.
You got 2 million followers?
Just at 2 million on my birthday.
You know,
that's
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Awesome.
It's your birthday, girl. Happy birthday to you.
I just turned 20 3 days ago.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Out of
Hey,
the
y'all.
teens now, people aren't
Well,
scared.
let's let them know who it is.
Let me introduce y'all the one, the only. She is a creator, is what you would call it. A director, DJ, model, just a persona.
Wait a minute.
Persona.
Kung fu artist,
Yes.
ninja.
Assassin,
Influencer.
government assassin. Give it up for the one and only Charly Jordan, y'all. Charly
That was
Jordan.
a fantastic intro. Thank you so much.
It's my pleasure. I'm Black Pedro, by the way.
Nice
This
to
is
meet you,
Shang.
Black Pedro.
I'm Shang.
And here we have Steph Tolev in the
Steph.
building,
I'm
a
Steph.
fellow comedian as
78
well.
years old, and I don't have even half your followers, so that's nice.
Exactly,
That
exactly.
feels
I'm working on mine. Is
So
getting up there, though.
Charly, let me just hit you with the first question right off the back. How the fuck do you get 2 million followers? God,
That's a great
damn.
question.
I know how
God
you did.
damn.
I know how you did. I'm gonna let you answer
Tell
it.
me,
Then
tell me.
No.
Okay.
No. I'm gonna let you go first.
All right. So I started my following in Utah. I'm originally from Las Vegas, and I tried modeling there, but it's really sketchy. There's no industry there, so
And creepy.
Very creepy. It was 14
Very
showing up
creepy.
to random shoots. I'm like, who's this guy? Who's this? What's he gonna do with this camera? I was kind of
Charlie,
like, okay.
take off your pants.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Very
exactly.
weird.
R.
And then I
Kelly.
moved to Utah, and Utah is like, Mormonville, and I was raised Mormon. So I started taking pictures when I lived there, and I started posting every single day. And I started off with nature photography. That's what
Right.
I did. So I just started traveling a lot, and I basically traveled straight for 2.5 years. And posted every single day for 2.5 years,
Wow.
which was a lot. But the consistency and everything that came along with it, I think just continuing to do it and truly loving it. Like, I love making videos and taking
Wow, okay.
pictures.
There you go.
So I put a lot of time and work into it, and it started off with nature photography. Then when I got more comfortable, it turned into modeling, and it was just kind of like a snowball effect,
Well,
That's amazing. That is amazing.
She got
What's
20
nature
million
photography
followers on her
exactly?
20th birthday, and I lost my virginity. Exact same life.
you know what?
Very similar
Well, that
lives
is
we
awesome,
have.
y'all.
Very
Mine dropped a
similar.
lot,
Different
too.
times,
But
though.
what's nature? Like, you just went out into nature and took
Yeah,
pictures?
so in Utah, there's obviously giant mountains. It's right
Mountains.
next to
Right.
Colorado. So I would, anytime I got the chance to road trip, I would go to Arches National Park in Arizona. I would drive up into the mountains in Utah. I drove up the Pacific Northwest
Wow.
highway in 3 days, like all the way up and back. And we stopped at Yosemite and Alabama Hills and every nature spot that I could think of that was within driving distance. And so that's kind of what I started off with. And I would work with companies like Honda, and they'd sponsor the trip by giving us a car. So we'd
Nice.
shoot the car in the nature, and it kind of started that way.
And then it blew up.
And then I just started doing my own trips, which was awesome
Yeah.
because at first it was just people being like, hey, come along, take pictures. But then once I started directing my own videos and making my own content, I could set up my own trips. And now I just have an independent business, which is great.
That is awesome, and congratulations. And I will say, when I checked out your profile, right, like first I saw a bunch of bikinis,
Exactly.
and so I'm like, okay,
Yes.
I think I know what this is, right? But then I actually started clicking on stuff and listening to stuff, and I saw that you draw all the tattoo artwork that's
Correct.
on you, right? So you have that talent. Then
I
heard,
love drawing, yeah.
Yes.
Then I heard some like poetry and stuff too, and I'm like, oh, this is a really creative person, not
Right.
just a bikini thing, right?
Because of course it's what people see when they first call
Oh
me
yeah,
page.
you know what?
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
You're an attractive girl. Other than
Woman, Shang, she's
hold
20
on.
now.
Wait a minute,
20
she's 20
now,
now.
Good
okay.
Lord, man.
Other than her knuckles, which were bruised up from beating people up.
Yeah, she's
but
rough.
because
She's
she's rough. I mean, let's
Around the edges.
She's rough. I mean, she's a pretty girl, but she'll choke the shit out of you.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know. But
I did grow up doing sports. That was like my
yes.
full-time thing.
Okay,
But
cool.
the thing is, with 2 million followers, you are an influencer, and the thing that's dope about it is you can kind of
make your own way. You don't have to. If somebody says you need to do it this way, no, I fucking don't.
Exactly, and so many people tried doing it on the way up. You know the typical like modeling, like sign with an agency and they trap you for 2 years and you don't have control of what you do. I was like, I'm not about that.
And they own all your shit.
Exactly, they get a cut of all the work that I'm doing, which I was not into at all.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of the social media platforms is that it allows you to cut out the industries, whatever it is, modeling, acting, comedy. Like we can sell our own straight to our fan base, right? Go right to our fan base. Awesome.
It kind of breaks that whole stereotype, you know, of that past way that everything's been run, and it kind of gives you the freedom and the control to do whatever you want, which is what I wanted, and to be able to travel. And now I just have this audience, and kind of, you know, whatever I pick to do, it gives me the options to have the freedom to do that, you know. With 2 million followers, I mean, they're following me as a person, I think, not necessarily for what I'm doing. So it's cool because then I can pick to DJ. Like DJing is something I've been getting into this past year, and I just booked my first festival at yes.
The kids are happy. They're going to be there.
In Mexico at the end of this month, and
cool.
It's going to keep going. I'm really excited.
Dope. Congratulations. So of all the things that you do, what is your favorite? What would you say your like if they said
what is your
favorite? You can't do this anymore, you can't do that, you got to pick one thing. If it was that one thing, what would you pick?
Definitely music. That's I mean, with my Instagram, that kind of happened on accident just because I love making videos. So I was making the videos and people were responding, and I kind of, you know, didn't expect them to respond. And I just turned 20, so I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, and music is really that direction. You know, with the poetry, my mom has her master's in poetry, so songwriting is what I really want to focus on. So
there you go.
Well, all my people on the Instagram Live are like, hey, I know her. Look at that. No, that's cool, though. That's cool. Like, you're like, hey, I'm on her page.
What's crazy, though, is it doesn't even feel real, you know? Like, it happened so fast. I graduated high school 2 years ago. And I had 3,000 followers, and in 2 years, I got up to 2.
Because once
even
it goes
I can't
viral,
explain that.
No, but you know what?
I'm still trying to graduate high school. Like shit.
But let me tell you why. I'm going to tell you why. Just from meeting you and talking to you, just that short amount of time, we've had a couple influencers on here. Honestly, that were fucking stupid.
No, just one.
No, okay, one.
No,
now
just one.
Just
one. No, because you went hard on
the
that.
Last girl. Hold up. No. Wait a minute. The last girl that was on here was frighteningly like dumb. Like I said, spell cat, and she was like, what's a cat? She actually K Q-E. No, and you can see that like you said, people are following you, and your personality, your personality and the way you come off, I could see why people follow you.
Oh, well, thank
Whereas
you.
in this person, I was like, really?
What is this?
Well, that's why I've had such a hard time with my own community that I got into, because, you know, I got into it because I was like, oh, these people are going to, like, inspire me and, like, drive me, and it's going to be amazing, because I got into it because I really loved it. But a lot of people don't do it for that reason, so I was meeting these people that I looked up to, and once I met them, I was just like, dang.
They're just like, Gucci gang. Hey, that's hilarious.
Gucci gang.
Before we go on to the next topic, I feel like this is a relevant question because of the influencers we met. This has shocked the shit out of me. But do you even watch TV at all anymore, or how do you get in entertainment? I found that a lot of your generation, you're not even
Netflix.
They're like, what's that box on the wall?
Yeah, for real. I mean, I watch TV randomly, and it's always in a different language because they go to different countries, but that's the only time. Okay. It's mostly Netflix and YouTube, honestly.
Okay, so you do get in on that.
YouTube's a huge way to consume, yeah.
Okay. Have you had a chance to check out the Leaving Neverland, Michael Jackson?
No, I haven't.
HBO.
Don't watch it.
Oh my! I'm not even sure you're old enough to be honest.
You won't know.
Real quick, do me a favor. Shout out. Some people want to know. Shout out. Say what's up. Say.
All right, Shang done forgot about the radio show. He's just going to Instagram Live now. He's like, fuck that radio.
First off, got a lot of followers. Settle down.
No, that's good.
For a comedian,
do it in the mic.
For a comedian, got a lot of followers.
No, that's good.
Everybody, watch your
I
tone.
think we fucked up
down,
being comments. We should have been influencers. I feel like I really fucked up. I lose 55 pounds.
I need more bikinis in my feed.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I only own one pieces. I think that's my first problem.
What?
I think I gotta get a couple bikinis. No, like the one piece bathing suit.
The lifeguard. The lifeguard joint. The Baywatch.
Yeah.
Call it the Baywatch.
I'm trying to get my social media to be targeted because I have 3 million total. But they're all over the place. Like I have on Facebook and then Twitter, and then here it's like mixed up. And
Super spread out, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm trying to get them all.
You should create your own platform called Shang Snap.
Perfect.
Snap.
Get your website.
Shang
But that, I mean, which I'm lucky and blessed to even have that. But I think that you're going to take advantage of it in a good way. And like you said, you just booked your first.
My first festival, yeah.
That's some dope shit.
I was able to play at Academy here, opening for Justin Caruso a little bit ago, and that was like a dream for me.
Was it great?
Yeah, it was crazy because EDC owns that
club,
and I was like just so happy to be there.
The person you want to open for, I was in Vegas. I've done shows with Pedro in Vegas, and Vegas is crazy. Was Skrillex.
Skrillex is killer.
It was so crazy being there because like everybody literally jumps up at the same time. Like he got them almost like seals.
He's like the Godfather.
No, he really is. Yeah, no, but like he kills it though. Like I was surprised how good he was. I thought he was gonna buy. Man, you ain't no Funk Master Flex. No, he's really good.
Yeah, well, it was really cool because I was born and raised in Las Vegas. So obviously there's a lot of DJs that have residencies there. That's where they spend a lot of their time. So once I did get into DJing, you know, I was at home and I for real, I just DM'd a couple DJs like Nightmare and Blau, and I like hit them up, and I was really like, I'm really interested in learning. Like, would you guys be interested in showing me at all? And they both responded, which was crazy.
Were they cool?
Yeah, and I met up with them and they showed me some stuff. Blau was so generous as to give me an entire pair of CDJs. It's like the only reason that I learned, you know, because he saw. I mean, I'd like to like attribute, you know, 50% of my success to people just like believing in me and taking chances on me. It's
that says something
a big
about
part
you,
of it.
That's something about
That's
you.
That's what I did with Steph. I believed in Steph, and now she's on Comedy Central.
You should have seen her when we found her on the
Congrats,
streets of
that's
Toronto.
amazing.
Thank you.
I helped her out. I found her. She was actually
I was eating out of a garbage can, but I still do that. So
killing
that's
cats
fine.
and cooking them, and now
he found her trying to leave Neverland and
Toronto.
God. Luckily
all right,
for
so
me,
listen,
let's
get this because this is a hot
that's
topic,
such
right?
a creepy topic.
No, it's not. We didn't do it.
She is so full of light. And then we're
20.
like,
are you 20? Are you 20?
Jackson.
Are you 20?
Freshly
all right, well,
20.
it's time to grow the fuck up, Charlie. You're doing it right here on Savage's
That light is gone. We're done with that light.
Even your mom went, wow.
The teen is not in there anymore, girl. It's time to grow up. All right.
Michael Jackson.
I think we're gonna have to deal with the fact that
I don't believe he did
Michael
it.
Jackson was touching kids.
I don't believe he did it.
My
He was touching the boys.
I don't believe Michael Jackson.
No, did you
he
see
did
that interview that came out the other day about that boy, you know, who was being supposedly molested by Michael Jackson? You know, he's like 45 now, and he was saying how they had a secret wedding for those two.
Okay,
like,
see?
Wait a minute.
where he gave him a ring. And
Okay, so this is. I'm glad you said that because I hadn't heard that. But the whole thing, watching the Michael Jackson thing, I was like, this whole thing sounds like the R. Kelly thing. Yeah. And I was already on boat with the R. Kelly, like fuck R. Kelly thing. So I'm like, I gotta say fuck Michael now.
Oh yeah, it's big
like,
time.
No,
it sounds too similar.
Michael Jackson.
The victims sound the same, but the scenarios, the manipulations sound the same.
Leaving
Secret
Neverland.
weddings.
But what's even crazier is people probably saw this going on and didn't say
that's
anything.
the thing.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem. Yeah.
At some point, it's like hard to like of course, you know, that's obviously an awful thing to do, but like when nobody is telling him that it's wrong and not doing anything about it, like
nobody stopped
how are
him.
you even supposed to blame him for like keeping on and
saying.
doing
That's
it?
Parents,
interesting
the biggest
because-
issue is the parents weren't saying shit.
Because I
I
truly believe that Michael Jackson was a broken individual, right?
Yes.
Not to excuse his behavior, but
we get it.
From that level of
he might have
though.
honestly believed that
he
the
was
things he's
the
doing
kids.
weren't wrong,
But
right?
you have enough money for therapy, you can get serious help at that point.
Yeah, but
There's no excuses.
You know
for
what?
that.
but the parents, though.
The parents knew.
You know why she was right? I'm saying you're right is because I think, like you said, it's the people around him. They had to know what was going on.
They knew.
And they didn't care. And if you're a parent and you let that shit happen, then you know what?
That was the thing. The one dude who he was Australian originally, and the mother.
They really lost that accent halfway through.
He did.
Right?
He had no accent anymore.
Who
But
was Australian?
Wade Robson.
Wade Robinson.
He was Australian.
Yeah,
That was really good.
Australian for beer.
And you know, he became a very successful.
I beg to differ.
He became a very successful choreographer, right, and all this thing. But started out as this young kid who infatuated with Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
And got a chance to meet him, and essentially became one of his plaything.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Victims. Let's just call it what it is. A victim.
It is a victim. And the mom knew. And the mom, there was times that she'd
total
go over there
stage mom.
and let him be in the bed with him. Like, are you fucking crazy?
Exactly.
That's psycho.
Like,
I'm blaming the parents. It's all the parents.
The language of the parents were weird to me. They're talking about this grown ass man, and they're like, we go to his house and it was just like being in a kid's room. He's like a child. I'm like,
that's sick.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He's 32 years old. Like, act like a fucking man, bro.
But you know what though? But he was always creepy because his father kind of shaped him to creepiness.
Like I say, he's a broken individual for sure.
Still, but like your parents aren't like, oh, you got 2 million followers. No, you must do my bidding. No,
not at all.
They're like, hey, cool stuff.
I mean,
do your parents?
Wait a minute. You can't just gloss over that.
Are they on social media? Do they know what's going on?
You can't gloss over that.
No, they are. I was raised Mormon, which is a pretty strict religion.
Wow, that's right.
So
there we go.
Once I was like 17, 18. I hadn't even graduated high school yet, and they actually kicked me out of my house because I was basically making adult decisions. At that time, I had a full ride scholarship to go run track.
Okay,
that's what I was gonna do, and then I decommitted and was like, F it, I'm gonna, fuck it, I'm gonna go,
she said F
it, fuck it. I'm like, what can I say on this radio station?
Our show is called whatever. Our show is called Savage as Fuck.
That's true. It is called Savage as Fuck. But I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And they were, obviously not understanding. I was their first kid, only daughter. I'm like the oldest of 7. They were just like, go, do your thing.
No, but
Mormons like to get
and now you're doing what you love.
And now,
so
they came around at one point, but it kind of sucked.
Maybe around 1 million followers.
Exactly. Like, it just kind of sucked because I wish they'd been supportive from the beginning. But I also understand from a parent's perspective, like, your kid throws away a scholarship, chooses modeling. Like, what are the odds that's going to happen? But it did.
But this new platform business model, careers that are being molded now, it's all new stuff. It makes my mother in the corner over here, this shit makes no sense. I barely understand.
But I'm gonna let you know something. Pedro,
I love you, Ma.
Pedro threw his modeling career away to do comedy.
I
He threw it away to do comedy. And we both were doing modeling, and we just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. This comedy thing's doing pretty well.
I was modeling.
I feel like you're probably happier doing it.
Yeah.
I was modeling.
make a lot more money.
I was modeling lawnmowers at the time, and it just got crazy.
A little bit of that. Like,
I was modeling the bottom of shoes, the sole of shoes. That's what I was.
With modeling, though, I mean, I can understand where they would be scared because modeling is really shady sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, when I did high fashion modeling, the first 3 or 4 months I got into it because obviously that's what everybody else was doing, and it was very, just the suggestive, like, degrading tips that they give you constantly about losing weight and being like, lose weight really fast, but like healthily, like winking, like insinuating that you should do extreme dieting, smoke cigarettes, other drugs that make you lose weight.
Look, I've tried coke, I've tried cigarettes, nothing works.
Look at
the people I was hanging out with, like, it's not a stereotype. Like, it is 100% true. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of that, it affects you mentally. I felt crazy. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Right. So that's when I decided to go the influencer route, and it's so much better, like, for real.
And you have more control.
Complete control, yeah. And it's more about self instead of just, I don't have anybody telling me to lose weight or what I should look like, which is really nice.
I hated modeling school.
It's awful.
But see, you know what? It's different with us with comedy. But comedy, that's what I feel. The reason I started doing comedy, I think, Pedro, you did too, and you did too, right? Where we kind of are our own bosses. Like, we go do our shows. We can go at night and do our shows and, like, do whatever the fuck we want. And that's the part of it.
I don't look like her, so I had to do comedy.
No.
I don't think I had a choice in this matter. I chose comedy for a reason. I got funny in high school because I wasn't hot. So guess what? That's what happens.
Hey,
still working on the funny part.
I appreciate
And if you're just tuning in,
don't take this away from us. This is all we have. You do your thing. Let me do comedy.
That's it.
Get out of my goddamn lane. Okay, this is what I need.
Check
Leave
it out.
us, gals.
That's Steph Tolev in the building. Also, we have Charly Jordan in the building, big time influencer. I'm Black Pedro. This is Shang. So listen, we're going to. Are we doing it right now? Okay, cool. We're gonna do
it right now.
So right now, we got the new album out, right? The new special on iTunes. It's called "I'm Not Well." Steph Tolev.
Give her a double applause.
No, that's what that is. That was Steph Tolev.
Good
y'all.
Set,
good
word. Crowd.
I lost the audio.
You lost audio.
It's all good. Though.
But you know what? Though, I was gonna.
So that was Steph Tolev right there, y'all. I'm not well. Here, let's get the audience in it.
I'm not well on iTunes.
Yes, go get that. So.
I'm gonna ask a question to
what are we gonna talk about? The broad back or the nipples first? Which one?
I said we talk about the broad back.
You want to break apart her joke?
No,
What show is this? This is
not at all. I was just-
No, you know what though?
No, but is that where
that was
is
a
that,
good crowd?
Is that where a
Good
lot
time.
of your material comes from? Is family?
It comes from family, and it comes from literally being a woman like me in LA. Like, I literally get judged for being large, and every guy I match with on Tinder says immediately, "Oh, finally a fat girl," and it's like, it's really fucked living here like this, especially
Got you.
with very beautiful women like this. I get judged as a fat piece of shit, and
I don't really
now I have to
think of
make
it
fun
that
of
way.
it.
Yeah.
Because
First
that's
off,
all I
I'm
can
not
do.
I'm not a beautiful woman, first off. You pointed over to me.
And like a lot
I'm
of the
kidding.
stores here, I don't
I
fit
am
into
a
the
beautiful
shit. That's
woman.
real. Like Forever 21, I don't fit. Like a lot of the
Yeah,
shirts
yeah.
don't fit me.
That's what
It's
it's
like,
about.
and I don't think I'm a fucking obese person.
Right.
But I go into a store and I leave. I'm like, oh, I just ripped
Right.
that shirt. I actually, that's the real thing. I rip a lot of shirts there and just leave them because I'm like, this isn't fucking large. What are you talking about? So I just try to make fun of that kind of that
that's
whole
it, that's
thing.
Well, you were killing.
Yeah, no, the whole album was pretty crazy. Yeah, I killed the whole time.
Yeah,
it was
I'm
very
saying
good.
she's
She's like, that's why I put it. That's why I put it
that's
out,
why I put it
motherfucker.
out.
It's
No,
funny.
Yeah, I put
It's
it out.
funny.
There's
There's a lot of
thing's
albums.
very
There's a
good.
lot of albums I heard where people aren't killing. There's long patches of silence.
Trust me, I had 2 jokes
Yes.
in there. They got removed. I had one where I made fun of Joe Rogan, and everybody loved Joe Rogan, so I had to cut it out.
There you go.
I had
like
to.
blasphemy.
Yeah, I couldn't, so that had to go. But then,
You know what? I love Joe Rogan.
He would have liked
Everyone
it.
does.
I feel like he would have liked it.
I don't know. I say he looks like 78 golden raisins fused together. I don't know if he would have loved it.
No,
Looks
well,
like what?
78
Okay, I'll
golden
give you an
raisins
example.
fused
I'll give you an
together.
example.
78. That's a specific number.
It does glisten.
I'll give you an
Very
example. What we were just we were all talking about is the fact that you can still go your own way. You say, "Oh, fuck LA." The way I'm telling you, social media changes all that. You can kind of be your own boss. You're your own boss right now. Hold up, you're a boss. So you can be your own boss. So that's why I used to think that way because I'm thinking, oh, I don't have the traditional guy, leading man look and whatever the fuck that means.
Oh, no, this is working for me in LA. Trust me. I'm getting
Yeah.
cast for shit because nobody has a double chin. Trust me. I'm doing well right now. I don't want to, I'm quite content with how I am right now.
So yeah, so I
I'm
feel
saying.
like not that I don't feel like I'm a toad. I'm not feeling that. I definitely am not a toad. I'm definitely not a toad, but I'm saying I knew I didn't have that standard like male lead look. So I used to think that, but if you're funny as fuck and you're killing, changes all of that.
You got the male lead look. Yeah.
No,
High yellow.
What I appreciate about comedians.
Name four high yellow dudes that are leads in shows.
You actually
Shamar
you're yellow.
Moore
I'm
on
very
one.
confused.
Shamar, yeah, that's what
Other than that,
Colors right
name
now.
them. Oops. can't.
LL's kind of light.
Oh my God, man. I know LL. I know, like, that's the thing that I think I was lucky coming up on the East Coast in the
Now,
clubs.
fuck the East Coast.
Hey man, first off, man,
my
watch
bad,
your
my
tone.
bad, my bad. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm
I think
sorry.
coming up on the
Whoa.
East Coast, a lot of these hip hop artists and these celebrities, I knew them before they were big, so I still
Hey
know
man.
them.
Hey man, first
And
of all,
I'm telling you, it's not like that.
First of all, speaking of hip hop, okay, and real artists, we always carry one with us here on Savage AF on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. When you listen to the show, and I know you listen because that's why we do this, you hear "Welcome to Hollywood" by the one and only J News, y'all.
J News in the building.
And this is a new segment. Now typically we will have Jay running this, but Jay's out in these streets, man, and he every now and then he has to knuckle up with cats, and he knocked out a few homies. They got in a few swings, so his jaw ain't really right now. Or he could have had dental work. One of those two things happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or both.
I'm trying to build some street cred for you. So he knocked out.
don't really
these,
need street
These
cred.
two Suge Knight motherfuckers just knocked them out. They got in one good swing. So we're gonna give them a break on that. But this is Savage with News, y'all, with J News, y'all, and we're gonna premiere this with the new track from J News himself, y'all. This is called Ben Franks, y'all. Ben Franks. Take a listen.
Rolling my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Rolling my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Rolling my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Could give a fuck what a fuck nigga think. Money feel better when counting Ben Franks. So tell them broke coast get out my face. Rolling my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Could give a fuck what a fuck nigga think. Money feel better when counting Ben Franks. So tell them broke coast get out my face. Get out my face. Chasing this cash, I done picked up the pace. Talking from last to first in the race. I'm taking the pass and she don't get the face. Don't get the face, then it's time to replace. Showing no feelings, that's just how I play. Just how I say, you calling the bay while you willing to pay. Man, that shit is so lame. Damn, looking like the real deal stepping through. Money montage, make the body move. Take Take another pic, send me more news. Take another pic, send me more news. She is straight freaking, I'm in beast mode. Tailored out my life so it fits though. Hoes gon' be hoes, niggas gon' hate. But why they do that, I'ma stay me. Rollin' my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Could give a fuck what a fuck nigga think. Money feel better when counting Ben Franks. Rollin' my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Could give a fuck what a fuck nigga think. Money feel better when counting Ben Franks. So tell them broke hoes get out my face. Rollin' my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Could give a fuck what a fuck nigga think. Money feel better when counting Ben Franks. Rollin' my piff and I'm pouring my drink. Could give a fuck what a fuck nigga think. Money feel better when counting Ben Franks. So tell the broke hoes get out my face. Get out my face. Chasing this cash, I done picked up the pace.
Yo. We're back at you live, y'all. This is Savage AF right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I am Black Pedro.
Yo, I'm Shang, and that was J News.
That was J News hitting y'all with Ben
hot.
Franks, y'all.
Man, congratulations, man, that you grinded, man. I see you putting the videos out.
Yeah, man, he's always working, always
man.
working. And we're going to get you on the mic and talk about that song very soon, man. But that's the new hot track from J News. You can get it on all the platforms, right, Jay?
Not yet.
So we hit him with that exclusive then right now.
Also,
if you didn't hear it right here, you didn't hear it, mother. Yeah. So make sure you guys come out, check us out.
Mother. Yeah.
So make sure you check us out live tonight. We're gonna be at the Ontario Improv 8 p.m. show.
8 p.m.
That's Savage AF live in your face. Me and Shang are gonna be there. Hit us up on Instagram.
Brown is gonna. LJ Brown is his birthday.
Yeah, King of the IE himself.
King of the IE.
So
and
happy
then,
birthday to you, bro.
Also, you can check us out. We're going to be at Levity Live.
The 26th.
March 26th.
That's
and
right.
then if you get a chance this weekend, I'm going to be in Seattle at Laughs Comedy Club. And then me and Pedro are going to be working in Portland, Oregon.
Harvey's.
At Harvey's Comedy Club. So we're all over the country.
That's March 28th through the 31st.
March 28th through the 31st, we're going to be there. And thank everybody for your support. And thank all the listeners. We appreciate you. I can't believe we've been on this long. I can't believe that we've been on fucking almost a year.
Time flies when you have fun.
Almost a year. And we're still like on doing our thing. So
and you're
thank
still
you.
learning the hand signals.
I'm still learning the hand signals. You know what? I know the hand signals.
Still learning the plays.
This means break, and this means I don't know.
But you know, on radio nobody can see the this you talking about.
I know.
That don't matter.
Hey y'all, just so you know.
But people got imaginations, man.
Right.
It's the mystere.
The mysterious.
Me and you gotta have a
check this
DJ
out.
battle too.
Check this out.
I'm way too down.
What's up? What's up?
That sweet voice you just heard, that is Charly Jordan, IG influencer. She's already taken over our minds in here.
2 million followers.
I bought 7 bikinis on break just for me.
They're gonna look great.
I didn't
Promise.
buy any
I know they
bikinis.
are, girl. Shit. You ain't gotta tell me that. Why do you think I bought them? What? The?
Okay.
So we have
I
Charly
don't know if I
Jordan
want
in
to
the
see you in a
building.
bikini, man.
I do.
It's not for you.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'll give you a
Fine.
discount code. Don't worry.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And then we also have very, very funny comedian. Make sure you go check out her new special.
album on iTunes.
Yes.
I lost it for a second there, but I got it back.
iTunes,
I'm Not Well, y'all.
Spotify.
Yes.
I'm Not Well is the
Yep.
album. Give it up for the one and only Miss Steph Tolev, y'all. She's in the
Yes,
building
thank
as
you.
well. We got our guest here.
Yeah.
Do we have a sound? What happened to my sound? What happened to my audience?
I have no idea what happened, man.
Try it
That's
again.
all good.
Try it
They
again.
left.
No.
It was a paid audience anyways. Fuck them. Speaking of fuck them,
Wow.
there has been a rise in white supremacy, guys, in America. If you guys didn't notice this at
No,
all.
not
Did
at all.
anybody?
How is there
anybody-
more? How is there more? I
Right.
don't know why this is still
I don't know how
happening.
there's room for more, but there's more. A 182% increase.
That's
2018.
sick.
2018. 1,187 incidents of white supremacy propaganda in the United States reported
This is
in
America.
2018, as opposed to 420 in 2017.
Don't got you
What has
tripping on.
changed?
Don't got you tripping.
Is
on.
there like
Yeah.
somebody really powerful out there who's like spewing a bunch of white supremacy
I honestly
stuff
can't
that-
believe that Trump's still alive. I honestly can't believe he's
Oh,
hanging
you
out.
think I was talking about Trump?
Oh, we're not.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of him. But that's a good.
I wasn't
Of
thinking
course,
I know. I
it's
was like, what are you
fucking
talking
Donald
about? Yeah,
Trump.
I don't know. I can't believe he hasn't been shot at or something yet.
Well, no, I was having this conversation with somebody. The people who would shoot at a president love him. You know,
Right.
they're the guys in the backwoods with the rifles, and they're like, "Hey, man, we going out cooning." And you don't know if that's hunting or looking for black people or whatever. You know, it's like, oh no. So like the people who would actually do the shooting at a president, they love him.
But what happened to the other guys that shot the other presidents?
What
Where are
do you
those
mean?
guys?
That was the CIA.
Weren't they white?
I feel like
I don't know a lot
if,
about the history, but
even if there were any threats to his, to his life,
Right.
he wouldn't let it out. I don't think he
Well,
would
there's
let people
threats
know.
to every president's life. That's
Right.
just part of the gig,
He would
right?
probably
That's-
make a just trying to put myself in his shoes.
I feel like
he would
tweet about it,
probably.
he's a moron.
Really, I feel like he'd be like, "Don't let ever let anyone know I'm weak."
I think no, it's not a sign of weakness if somebody wants to kill you, right? I mean,
Yeah, but he's
Biggie
not,
knows
but that's
that.
him.
But what I'm saying, what this really points out, right, is fuck Donald Trump's life. It's the language and the literature that he's spewing out, right? Is obviously ramped up this part of America. You know
What part of America?
You know, the hood wearers, the cross burners, the swastika wearers, the spray painters.
You mean America?
The lady haters, the black haters, the
that's
brown
not
haters.
Parts of America. That is America. That's
No,
the way.
that's just a part of America.
I'm telling you, one of the most liberal cities in the fucking world got like the most incredibly racist people. New York City got some like hardcore racists.
Definitely, but that's not all of New York.
No,
though.
I'm saying, but there's
It doesn't define. If you would ask people about New York, you wouldn't define it as a racist city, right? That's Boston's job. Okay.
Oh,
Heyo, see what I did? Anybody? No.
I was gonna say Iowa, but no, Iowa's nice.
I say we all get our Canadian passports.
Council Bluffs.
and
I'm
move
trying to-
into the woods. The woods are nice up there. There's a lot of woods up there.
Iowa-
a lot of unoccupied woods.
Iowa
with nice white
Council Bluff. I've actually been to Utah. I did a college showcase at Utah. That was interesting. Utah. No, you got to admit, Utah crowds are really
Interesting.
She already said the word Mormon. She
No.
I wonder who kills in Utah.
I'm saying Utah.
Brian
Utah
Regan.
crowds. You can't.
He's my
Brian.
favorite.
No,
He's
but
literally
Utah,
my
you
favorite.
can't do certain type of comedy in Utah. It just will not work. Am I right? I mean,
Yeah, I mean, they're like really sweet people. They're just like pretty closed-minded and uneducated as far as like the things of the
views,
world
yeah,
go, you
of
know?
course,
So,
yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of like you gotta treat them like they're kids.
My cousins are Mormon and they find me hilarious.
What?
So yeah.
Oh, they do. It's on
Awesome.
my shows.
That's it. So Charlie, like with the in the social media community, a lot of your followers, are you hearing any of this kind of stuff, like this?
Yeah,
white
well, what I was
supremacist
going to say,
stuff?
talking about Donald Trump, what's even crazier is like one day in the history books, it's going to say that, you know, one of the big reasons Donald Trump was elected was because of Twitter.
Right. Yeah.
Wow.
Like, that's crazy to think about.
Yeah, for sure. Not just Twitter, but
demoralized
Russian
it.
Twitter.
Just
You know
social
what I'm
media
saying?
in general. Like, that's such a big part of the reason that he
but
won.
Obama
and-
was social media savvy too.
No. Actually,
Not the same.
Obama was internet. So that I saw a documentary on this, right? It's like there's certain presidents who mastered the newest media of their time, right? Like I can't remember who it was with radio, but then like Kennedy was like the first TV president, and that's how he matched Nixon, right?
Right.
And then Obama came along, and he was the
Just the internet in
guy.
general,
Yeah,
yeah.
he got him on the internet. And that was different from from social media, right?
you're-
And that's where Trump rules. Is
Twitter
is
this
on the
year
Twitter,
with Trump, Instagram is
That-
Well,
later.
Instagram. He doesn't. He's not an Instagram. He's definitely Twitter heavy.
No, I'm saying, who knows? Maybe the next president could be
Be the Instagram president.
It's funny that you
Charlie,
say that.
you have presidential numbers, girl. Are you
Right.
running a campaign? Are you
Definitely not.
announcing?
I
Are
am
you announcing?
Not even close.
Oh my God. It's funny that you say that because there's actually, I went to the Cluster Fest last year and Comedy Central had done a cool little display where it would read aloud all of President Trump's tweets.
Oh wow.
Oh
And
my
it was like
gosh.
thousands of tweets that have since been deleted, but like they caught it and they have it on. It's hilarious.
Oh,
You
wow.
can just walk through this hallway. It's really funny.
But it's like she was saying, like appealing to radicals. Like that's who he
Right.
appeals to in the United States. Like all the people who are doing that crazy shit.
Yeah.
No.
And that's why they would never shoot at him.
Was your family supportive of Trump?
No, I don't
Okay,
think so.
good.
They definitely weren't. But they're still.
I would have disowned them immediately.
Yeah.
But you got to think
Bye.
that, you got to think from what you said, your family after a while was like, listen, we don't like your direction. So you're going to have to go your own direction.
Yeah, but what's cool is everybody's kind of coming around to the whole social media thing. Like, I mean, the fact that I jumped on it when I did, it was just kind of like I saw the wave. I was like, I'm going to jump on this real quick. Like,
Right.
definitely part of it was luck. But I don't know. Everybody's kind of coming around to it. But now it's like really oversaturated. Like, it's not really about
because of Trump,
the art of it anymore. It's just about all the crazy. Everybody has Instagram. Everybody's trying to do Instagram.
If you do something crazy on Instagram, your numbers can grow.
But just like people
so
like
Pedro,
Trump.
No, it's true. If you do some crazy shit on there and people go, "Oh, that was fucking crazy," you got to think. Remember there was Jackass.
Yeah,
there's people doing stuff like that on there now.
Like put your nuts in a barrel full of crabs.
I'll put my nuts in a barrel of crabs. Is that going to help me?
You
followers?
You put your beef and cheddar in the barrel.
I'll put my cheddar melted bits in a big crab apple barrel.
Before it was Instagram. I think Instagram was more like, okay, this is a cool new thing, and now people are just going like off the wrong direction though.
It doesn't even matter if it's like good or bad. It's just like, is this getting people's attention?
Yeah.
Right.
But like, that's the bottom line. Like, that's what I was saying, meeting people that aren't actually good people because they're just doing shit to get people's attention, not necessarily doing it for the right reasons at all.
Or because they dig it.
It's a bunch of like, a huge part of the internet's like, Adderalled out 13-year-old kids who just want to swipe and click and next. And like, it's not really about the quality of it. It's just about the insanity of it.
Adderalled out. So ladies, what do we do? What do you do to, like, Steph, what do you do to outside of the business to keep yourself sane? Okay, good
nothing.
in this world.
I don't have anything. I'm very sick. I need something else to do. I want to find. I'm starting a softball league.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to play?
You put three question marks on that. You're like, softball league?
I don't know. I'm trying to get out there and do other things because I feel like my life is just comedy and I'm going crazy.
No, that's important though. I really think that's important. Our mental health outside of the stage, because the industry, it's just one rejection after another.
And that's all we do. I'm sure we all do shows like 5-6 nights a week.
Yeah.
We're out there. I'm doing auditions. I'm doing all this crap. Like it's nonstop. I don't stop thinking about it, doing it, booking shows, emails. It's constant.
Yeah. And so you got to have something outside of that.
I don't. I'm trying to find something.
Need some of that balance.
Yeah. Charly, what is it for you?
Yeah.
For me, outside of work, I have just like random hobbies that I try to convince myself to do because same thing, like I'm thinking about stuff all the time, what I have to do in the morning, the next day. My schedule's out, who knows how months. And what I try to do, I like working out. That's just been a thing that's been consistent for me. And then, painting, drawing, just making sure I try like new things. Because when I do something for too long, like the same thing over and over again, I get a little bored of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So I just try to find new hobbies to mix it up so that when I go back to what it is that I normally do, I'm like kind of excited to do it,
Yeah. Taking breaks, stepping away from it.
Yeah.
Shang, what about you? What do you do in your leisure time?
On my free time, I am a tap dancer, a nude tap dancer.
Wow.
Okay.
I tap dance nude on Hollywood Boulevard.
Does that hurt?
Okay.
It hurts a lot.
I buy tickets.
Everybody who sees
my thighs are so bruised.
He's tap dancing with a Michael Jackson star.
And I tap dance.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
First off, don't diss my craft. Because I'm older than everybody in the fucking building. I got kids. I hang out with my kids, and my older son is so fucking cool. And
despite
wait a minute. I just want to let you know my side gig is I'm an assassin.
Okay.
Yeah. So people hire me to take out certain people. I can't really talk about it in depth, or I have to kill everybody in here.
That's right.
So, but aside from that, I'm mostly comedy, but
cool.
mostly comedy. The fact you co-signed
cool
it,
story.
hey man, cool story.
Yeah,
murder. All right.
Speaking of, I need someone assassinated. Can I get you?
Whoa. Charly putting out hits on air live on Savage
if we're talking about
if there's a couple people bothering you,
just
all you gotta do. If there's a couple people bothering you, just hit me up. SHANG.
Okay, so let's talk about
click, bang.
Let's go to break real quick, and then when we come back from break, I want to talk about influencer beef. I want to hear about that that influencer beef. Let's hear about it, y'all. But before we get out of here, before we go to this break, Steph, I believe you do have to go, right?
I have to go look at 2 apartments because
we got to get you out of there.
I actually have to move. No, I will die of mold if I don't.
For those who don't remember, she's living in a convertible apartment right now.
I'm
drop
squatting
top.
in a halfly lit powerhouse. I have water on the walls. I have no ceiling in my kitchen. I have no stove, no fridge.
And check out
no heat. It's a nightmare. Yeah,
check out her new murder mystery novel, Shower by Candlelight, guys. It's on shelves now. But do make sure you check out her new comedy album on iTunes. That is I'm
Not well.
Not well. That's
or if
right.
you watch Comedy Central, I have a cameo on Corporate tonight. It's the season finale
That's
at
right.
10:30 p.m.
That's right.
I'm yelling at a man, so it's nice.
Oh yeah, cathartic. I'm
Yeah.
sure. Must feel good,
It
yo.
must feel really good, yes.
All right,
I
Steph.
can't really
Thank
see
And
you
it's a
doing
white
that.
man, so you'd love it.
Wow.
I yell at a white man. You know what? You gotta watch
I don't
it.
dislike white.
You
All
gotta
white
something
people.
in it for everybody,
I
guys.
dislike. Hold up. I dislike the white racist people.
Well, you can pretend
You
that
could-
he
yeah.
is. While
What
I
about
yell
the
at him.
black?
We don't know what
racist
the
people?
background of his character is.
I'm
but,
just
well,
saying. I don't like the people that were in
started it
Charlottesville
again.
that were fucking walking around with torches and saying
No one likes
Jews will
them.
not replace. Exactly. Those are
Yeah.
the motherfuckers
those are
I
bad
don't
people.
like.
No, we got that.
That don't mean
We know
every
that,
white
Shang.
person. That means those specific motherfuckers.
Shang, we got you. We
They're
got
bad people.
Because somebody tranquilize them.
worked them up.
Pull out
I
They're
worked him up.
bad people.
Hey, y'all, we're going to break. This is Savage
You
AF.
motherfucker.
We'll be right back. Yeah,
sorry,
y'all. We're right back at you, Savage AF, live right here on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy. I am Black Pedro.
Yo, what's up? This is Shang, and I want to thank you guys for listening. Also, make sure you check us out on all the social media at Savage AF Radio.
That's right. That's what we're doing.
And
Make
Facebook.
sure, follow us on Facebook, Savage AF. That is the fan page. Make sure you hit us there.
Right. And-
Follow me at Black Pedro.
And follow me at Comedian Shang.
That's right, Shang.
And make sure you follow us. Also, you're going to check us out live tonight in Ontario, California.
That's
at
right.
the world famous, got to say that, the world famous Improvisation Comedy Club, 8 o'clock. Make sure you come down. If you want to get in late, it's going to be late, but you're going to get in. You can hit us, either me at Comedian Shang in my DM or at Black Pedro in the DM.
That's how we do it, y'all.
Done deal.
So listen, we are Savage AF. We are here on Marcus King
We still
Presents
have the
Dash Comedy.
We have the mega. I call you the mega
Influencer.
The mega influencer.
You guys are killing me.
I love the term.
Yo, that's
I love
mega.
the
I love
term.
it too. It got like a negative connotation there for a second, but I love it.
Mega
Influencer.
is like what was like that giant shark? It's like
What was it called? Meg.
Meg.
The
No,
Meg.
it's
It's
not
just
Meg.
Meg. Yeah.
no,
Meg.
but no, mega means isn't mega like
The
means
Meg.
giant,
Big,
great,
super, yeah.
super.
No, yeah.
Mega-
Megalodon. Is
Megalo-
that was
is
a it?
it-
Dinosaur.
And
No, that's a dinosaur. No.
I actually came to like the term influencer because it gets right to the point, right? It's
real.
at some point we're
You've
all
influenced me.
We're all advertising something, right? Like
no.
Yeah, I mean, as a brand,
some part of
yeah.
our personality. Even when you smile in public in a place, you're like showcasing a part of yourself.
yourself,
you know?
yeah, it's your
exactly
own-
right. So
who you are.
So
we're all-
when
we're
I moon people, is that showcasing?
Yes, it's whatever you like.
That is showing a piece of me to people. I'm sharing.
It's also illegal.
It's
sir.
illegal.
Okay, I'll
God
have you know
damn
that.
it.
But yeah, so
Close friends. We'll leave it with that.
Yeah, let's just stop that right
definitely we still have Miss Charly Jordan in the building. Mega influencer, like 2 million followers. So do you find you can just look into people's eyes and tell them what to do? And they're just like, I am influenced by
I
you.
mean, that'd be kind of crazy. But
That's vampire type
that's
shit
like
right there.
next level.
That's
we'll
next
see
level.
what happens.
All right, so
When you're at 15 million, that's when you could do that. But
yeah,
you know
I'll
who has
evolve.
116 million?
she'll be there next week.
Dwayne
I'm
Johnson.
sure. The Rock. There you go.
You know who's a follow or solid follow is Will Smith. You guys follow Will
Oh,
Smith?
yeah, no, he's
best follow ever.
entertaining. Yeah,
How many does he
fantastic.
have? He's up
I
there.
don't even know.
I know he's
not
up
keeping
there.
track anymore.
She's not in it for the numbers. It's for the content, right?
Exactly.
So speaking of, as we were going into the break, we kind of
Influencers.
Actually, you tried to commission Shang for a hit,
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
right? You want him to
Let me know if
assassinate
that's still
somebody.
available.
That's still available.
So talk to us about the world of influencer beef. Like, does it exist? How does
Oh
it go
my gosh,
down?
guys.
How often? Talk to me.
Just because
Educate.
it's such an unorganized and new platform and thing to do, there's like no rules, there's no whatever. I mean, people constantly get taken advantage of. I mean, I've had some of the most ridiculous, like, people flying me places and not telling me what was there, where we were staying, like, Fire Festival, but
Ooh.
over and over
Ooh.
and over. Like,
Yes.
I hear horror stories from girls all the time, like, these girls getting told, hey, we're staying in a giant villa and everything's paid for, and then they show up and it's
Their
a
anti-shack.
one-bedroom apartment and something's super weird, like, not at all what it was advertised, and then people are really snaky, too. Like, girls are crazy. Like, some of the shit that went on when I was on my way up, just with people, like, we all share clothes, we all share jewelry, and I quickly, like, I used to do that with girls all the time, and I very early on learned, like, don't do that, because this girl For real, like, we all had our shit laid out. I grabbed one of her necklaces. She was wearing one of mine, and I just got confused because we had a bunch of products sent to us, and I didn't know it was hers. And I continued to wear it after the shoot. And she, didn't even come to me, didn't ask me. She went all over her social media, blasted, this bitch stole my Jesus cross necklace. Like, people were coming at me being like,
not the Jesus piece.
Fucking, whatever, like, ripping me apart. Like, it was
It gets like that?
bad.
Oh,
like,
shit.
People accused, like, she, like, was posting, like, this narcoleptic bitch. Like, it was crazy. Like, I sent a full apology. I sent her the necklace back, and she continued to post
Berate
this
you,
stuff.
yeah.
And I was like, wow, this was just her trying to be, like, an asshole. Like, it had nothing to do with what was going on. And just stuff like that, like, shady shit where people try to pretend like they're your friend, and then it's just not that at all. Like,
Charlie, fuck it. We can end the show early and go fuck these motherfuckers up right
I
now.
would
You know
throw,
what?
I would
Listen.
throw down.
Look, we go ride on them right now.
no, but
You got
you hear
addresses?
shit like that all the time, and it's like there's really nothing.
Why-
Unless as a woman, you need to be able to like handle your own business and know your shit, because you're gonna constantly get taken advantage of, especially because so much of the industry is male driven. Yep.
It's crazy.
Welcome,
You know,
girl.
it's crazy because, and you know what's crazy is that, and by the way, this is Women's History Month here in March, but you do have like this lane where, is my audience working again? My audience died. I don't know what
But
happened.
no, you know what though? I when you told me that just now, I didn't know it got that bad sometimes.
No, but you're trying to.
But you know who's more catty? And I'm not being like, I know it's Women's Month. Women really go hard at each other.
For real, and it's
I
like
mean,
emotionally
They
driven.
really do go. They go
emotionally driven.
Emotionally
Okay.
driven, so it gets even a little more psychotic, you know.
Ratchet.
I don't see guys go. I don't see guys go as hard.
Bitches be cray.
Yeah.
Guys get like
Real.
aggressive for a second. It's like, let's punch each other in the face, and then it's done. And girls, it's like conniving, like for months, like plans.
Right.
and
That's what it is.
crazy shit.
See, men, we size each other up when we walk in the room. Like we see a dude walk in the room, we like, fuck that motherfucker, right?
A little puff of the chest.
But then
For real.
we'll like try to probably keep our distance. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily try unless you got real beef with them, right? But like
But it's got to be like real beef,
real
like
beef,
something to fight over.
But like
you know?
women, like you said, they'll build that shit up and
For
they'll
a
smile
while.
in your face for a
nothing.
while.
For nothing.
And
For
be
like
gathered.
Over a necklace.
over a little
a
necklace.
necklace that was
That-
$5 made in China, like
Oh
does
my
not
God.
matter.
Are you
I was-
serious?
it wasn't like real gold
that
or
you
anything.
gave back.
I sent it back to her. I literally said I sent it, and right when I sent it, she started posting shit. I was
Did
like,
you
wow.
did you do any clap back on the social media?
Nope,
Like
I did nothing.
girl.
you rise
Nothing.
above it.
Girl.
I never have. So many people have pulled shit like that, and I just never say anything.
Do you
And
get-
honestly, it makes it go away quicker.
Do you get a lot of? Do you
Really.
get a lot of trolls?
Yeah, I mean, everybody does. I mean, the hate, especially being like a young girl.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the amount of dick pics I get sent and just like brutal harassment is like, I mean, I've let some people have access to my page, and they're like, I'm so sorry that you have to look at that and deal with that shit every day. Because I mean, for me, I'm able
Some intern is like, I'll help you out, dick.
Because
Oh, no.
for real, I'm like, what you look at every single day kind of affects how you feel. So that definitely is not the easiest thing to look at sometimes. But
that's
speaking of
creepy.
influencer beef,
Yeah.
something that I kind of want to address that I only recently learned about is like, there's a lot of influencer girls, like people that, you could list off right now that are doing like the whole like guys pay. You're like, how are these people traveling all the time? How are these girls getting places? And they're like, oh, here on a modeling job, blah, blah. But it's like guys, like sugar daddies, like
Yeah,
paying
yeah,
for
yeah.
these girls to go out places. And it's some like well-known influencers, like people you're like, oh, these are successful and they're doing
Right.
their own shit. Like, not at all.
They've obviously teamed up with Delta to fly internationally, right?
It's like, how is this? It's like, I don't know if you guys know who Cody Ko is. He's like a huge YouTuber, but he's like, who is
Yep.
paying for this shit? That's like his number one, like with all
wants to
influencers.
know
like,
now.
who the fuck is paying for all of this?
Let's get him on.
I do know some. I know some travel influencers, right? And they actually partner up with hotels, airlines.
That's what I do.
They go there
That's when
and
you're
you,
like,
you
oh.
promote the place and you show the amenities and boom, boom, boom. But sometimes I just see like a big oily ass on a rooftop
Yeah.
in Miami, and I'm like, okay. that's-
Like, how did
this has
this
been
I mean, I'm
happen?
watching, but what is this though?
But even if you're not an influencer, a lot of women get flown out by their
Yeah,
sugar
and like
daddies.
that, I don't have a problem with that. It's just when
She's like, buy me a plane ticket.
I mean, if girls if you choose that life, like go for it. It's just when it's like portrayed as something else, like being like, I'm a young, successful, like I'm doing my own shit, and
Entrepreneur.
behind the scenes,
Yeah.
it's them, getting all their shit paid for by some dude, and you're
Yeah.
like, who is paying for this?
Yeah.
That's it.
But but the thing is, like, when you get beef with people, like, does it ever get to the point where you're like, if you see them, like, what do you say? Like,
I just don't. I'm like
all that shit you said to
He's
me
pretty
about that necklace.
non-confrontational.
No, what I'm saying is
I am very non-confrontational.
No, like
Pisces.
if somebody's online and they're saying like, "Oh, this girl, she stole my shit. She's doing this, she's doing that," and then you see them, don't you feel weird? Like, what the fuck was that all about? Like, I would walk up to somebody and go, "What was that about?" Like,
no.
I sent you shit back.
Shang would walk up and be like, "Nigga, I heard that shit you said."
Okay, wait a
Shang
minute.
would not be like,
You let me
"What
finish.
was that about?" Good Lord, that
Let me
was
finish.
aggressive. That message you said.
You know
no.
what? You know what? I
Shang
was
would have
offended.
his. You
And
can
he
have your
drags his
hands around their neck.
No, I
like,
said
what the
I was
fuck?
very offended, and you are wrong. I sent your necklace back, and you're a whore.
And then he beats them with a bag of baby dicks.
Yes, I would be. No, I'm just saying. I definitely have been very aggressive when I met people. I lied.
What's that shit you said, motherfucker?
I did at the comedy store. Some dude said he kept telling me, man, I was a Golden Belt finalist.
It's called Shangri. We all know.
And then I went
Yeah.
It's
a whole
up to this
move.
comedy store, and I talked to him. I said, yo, man, a little different when I'm standing up looking at you on the top of your head. You know what I'm saying? So it's a little different.
Exactly. It's very different. That's
But
why
I mean,
I just
with
know when
women-
I walk up to these girls, I'm just like, it's not even worth wasting my time. Like, I know that if I say something, they're going to be like, what? I didn't say that. Like, it's not going to be like a
Oh, they
full
gonna play
brawl.
fake after that?
But they
Number one, I will say, okay, my freshman year of high school, I was ranked number 6 in the United States for hurdles, and I trained
Woo!
professionally with Randall Cunningham for 3 years.
Damn, girl.
running hurdles. If
That's
anybody
serious
tries to
shit.
fight me, it's just not even going to be like.
Oh, you don't want these hands? You don't want these hands?
More like
Wait,
these
let me get on
legs.
your IG.
Like
Let me
most
get
of
on
these
your
girls
IG.
are skinny fat, not eating food. I'm over here eating 4 meals a day, working out, lifting. Like, I'll beat your ass.
She could just like
You don't want
power
it.
kick you in the face and you'd be dead.
But-
No, I mean, I would never. I've never fought anybody. I mean, as much as I'd love to, but it just.
I wish I could say
it's
that.
not. It's a waste of time, you know.
No, but you know what though? I think that when you do ignore them, they get angrier.
They do get
yeah.
angry.
Like-
Because they want
hilarious
they
not
want
gonna-
attention. That's
Yeah.
why they
You're
did
not
it,
gonna
right?
respond.
They want attention.
You're not going to respond to I IG'd you 4 times, and you're not going to respond. Like I would
That's that
imagine
crazy
after a
shit.
while they just kind of fade away.
Yeah, it's an attention thing, and honestly, like block them one and done. Like it's so not good for especially with social media, because not only is it you and that person in that conversation, but it's you and thousands of other
Yeah,
people who have
everybody's
their
there.
opinions.
Yep.
So I just at like a young age, it's like it's between you and the person, and if she wants to talk to me in person, if she ever grows the balls to talk to me in person, I'm down. Like I'll have a conversation with you, but I'm not gonna do this bullshit over social media right now.
I keep trying to explain that to my mother. She'll on Facebook. She'll be like, "Did you take your medication?" I'm like, "Mom, this is not the place for that conversation with the thing about."
Because a lot of
Later.
people are seeing
What
this.
did the doctor say? I'm like, "Mom, don't.
But
Please don't."
I know that when I've watched women beef on Instagram, on IG, no bullshit. It's like it goes on and
Trails.
on and on. And
you
then the thing
cannot
is,
fuel
no,
the fire.
no.
Yeah.
And then other women jump in, and then there's some that might be your team and the other team, and it literally is like
aggressive.
it turns like into the Avengers. It's like, like I'm Team
Civil
Iron Man.
War.
I'm serious. Like there was this a friend of mine was beefing back and forth with another girl. And no bullshit. You could have scrolled it like 10 times and it was just all these other women. Well, bitch, maybe she was right. I'm like, what the fuck? And it
you
was
didn't-
over dumb shit. It was over a dude that they both liked, right?
It's
and none of them knew him.
And there's always that one that comes in with a completely irrelevant comment. Your bag is fake. It's like that's not.
It's like-
that's
it's
not
like-
even what we're talking about.
You're like,
What the fuck
okay,
you talking
thanks.
about? Yeah. Hey, so all right, Charlie. Before we get out of here, we're gonna wrap up the show fairly soon. But check this out. I want to hear. I want to hear.
Did you just put your hands up and do 5 minutes?
I did.
I do that on
Signals.
purpose. Signals.
I know.
I want to hear your like best sort of influencer experience and the worst, like in terms of maybe a partnership you did or a trip you took and it was either
Fire
what
Festival.
you didn't expect it or better. Were you at Fire?
I was not. I was
Okay,
not in the
cool.
influencer game when that happened.
Okay,
Okay,
and,
luckily
and,
for
and,
you.
and the weirdest one. It got to be the great one and the other one.
Give
that
us the
is-
good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Okay. The best experience I had. So I did my first trip a little bit ago, and it was to the Dominican Republic. And I partner up. I've gone to a lot of third world countries because I partner up with charities, and that's like the whole goal of the trips that I put on and the things that I do. So we went to the Dominican Republic, and I invited. It was the first time I was able to connect with people from my platform. So I just put up an application process, and whoever wanted to come could sign up. And I took 20 influencers and 20 people who had never done Instagram or taking pictures or wanted to learn how to. And we got together, and the influencers taught the people who came just to observe like how to take pictures and make videos. And we also built a trash system for the neighboring village because they didn't have one. And we stayed there for 4 days, and it was just like a giant summer camp, and it was the best thing ever. So that's probably the best influencer experience I've had.
All you girls out there just putting your booty on the shelf, get your shit together.
That's what I mean.
Help
People
somebody
see
else.
pictures of me in bikinis, and for sure that gets people's attention. But that's not all you're
doing
bottom
out
line
there.
I'm trying to do.
Bottom line, you see
I'm in
what you
tropical
did?
places all the time. Yes, I'm going to wear a bathing suit, but that is not the focus of what I'm doing.
Focus. All right, so that's the best.
So that's the best thing. The 4 days.
What else you got?
The 4
The
days
weirdest.
best. The weirdest. Because I know you get you get weird guys and a bunch of weird guys like, here, let me come over to your house and I'll be your sugar daddy.
That was pretty damn good.
like
maybe it's Shang.
We know.
No, you know what I'm saying?
It is Shang the whole time.
Like creepy old dudes, like a creepy old dude. It's like, I like young girls like you. What you doing later? Like that would creep me the fuck out.
It would.
Okay, what's the weirdest?
Let me get the weirdest or the worst. Or
I honestly haven't had a lot of weird, like super weird experiences. Like I'm trying to think about it
other
right now.
Other than today,
at this exact moment.
What? Well, you're having one right now, though.
When I think of weird experiences, because a lot of what I've done, like I guess I've done a decent job of not putting myself in those situations. Like I try not to work with people that just have like a lot of money or they're gonna fly you places. But my weird situations are shit like, oh, we're in the middle of Mexico and 2 tires popped and we don't have service and like life or death shit.
Wow.
Damn.
God damn.
Like
That's
I
deep.
went
She's
swimming,
like, oh, you mean about the
like,
time
I'm
my
like-
helicopter
like-
crashed and I had to eat all the passengers?
Okay. Like for real though, like
That's a movie.
I a little bit ago I hung out of a helicopter over a volcano. That was fucking
Wow.
crazy.
Wow.
But weirdest shit, I think it's mostly the messages and the pictures that I get. Like people really come out of nowhere. Like I'll get long. I've actually had a couple stalkers, which was not
Okay,
that's
nope.
probably the weirdest.
Back off, Shang. Back off.
Like sending
Whatever, man. I love her. No, I would imagine that. Like, look at the level we're at, Pedro. I've actually had women get mad at me because I didn't respond to their message, and then they're like, "Well, fuck you, Shang. You're not funny because you didn't respond to my message." Like, it's 40,000 messages down. I didn't see it.
Exactly. Like
It's not like I'm being mean. I didn't see it.
And people don't get that. I will say, if anybody's listening, what you see on social media, obviously, we all know this, but just to reconfirm it is not reality by any means.
Not
like,
at
my
all.
social media is like snapshots of the best moments of my life, like, hands down. And that's not how it is all the time.
Of
And
course. That's good.
I just kind of want to address, like, mental illness. Like, people, I mean, I've seen social media tear people apart, like, because it's like, oh, I'm not getting enough likes, enough follows, whatever. And it's constant comparison. And just like know that, you know, who you follow and the things you see every single day affect your mental state, and you need to be careful who you follow and what you let into your life, because it's going to affect how you think every single day.
Charly, holy shit, yo.
Wow.
Listen, all right. So like Shane said, we've had, and we're going to wrap up right here on Savage AF.
You
on
see the
Marcus King
difference?
Presents
You see
Dash
the
Comedy.
difference?
But we've had influence on this show, and I'm all bullshit aside. You are a very deep, layered woman. Proud to have
Like
met you.
onions, Shrek.
Can't wait to see. Can't wait to see
She's
what
got
else
a
you
lot
do.
of layers.
And you're definitely welcome back here anytime, because
Thank
you
you
have
so
a lot to
much.
say, and we appreciate your voice for
and I
sure.
hope that you have in the next 6 months 3 million followers.
Thank
That's
you
right.
so
Go get 'em.
fucking much. I appreciate it.
Come back
that'd
when
be
you
awesome.
do.
So listen, before
I'll
we
come
get
back
out
and
of
play
here.
a set for you guys.
Oh yeah, no, do that. Yes.
You know,
that's
this is a music
happening.
channel,
That's
too.
happening. Yeah, that's happening.
Perfect. On my way.
Music.
So check this out. Before you go, let everybody know where they can follow you, what's going on, how they can get at you.
All right, guys. My name is Charly Jordan, Charly. Kind of weird. Jordan, like
Yeah,
Michael
that is
Jordan.
different. I
So
was like,
remember
what?
that. Instagram is Charly Jordan. YouTube's Charly Jordan. Pretty simple,
Got to
pretty
get on that
easy.
YouTube. That YouTube is gang. I'm telling you, that's gang.
DJ name is just Charly, but check me out on all platforms. Instagram is where you can find everything, so head over there.
All right, y'all. That's what it is, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. Catch us live every Tuesday, 3 to 5. I am Black Pedro.
I am Shang.
We are out.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Yes.
All right, later.
Cocaine on the table. Welcome to Hollywood, nigga. What would you do for the limelight? What would you do if it felt right? couple white bitches on me. With my dark shades on. Black leather jacket. With the straps like a bomb. Man, I feel like Jesus Shuttlesworth. Man, I feel like he just got